And I mean, there's water too. So I asked some other friends to come along and to do some things here for the event, and I'm very, very grateful all of you are here. You like the food? Yes. 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 Thank you. I'm just so excited. So don't forget to get your raffle tickets. We've got the massage. We've got things from Harley Davidson, and then we've got some KASSIE stuff as well. And then of course, if you love your boot, there's boot purses with boot stuff inside and things like that. So make sure you get your raffle tickets. And there are adult beverages on the other side. If you go through here, they're $5. It's called Raspberry Betty. So you can get you a Raspberry Betty from the bar, and they have specialty glasses too. If you want to upgrade to a specialty glass, the Betty Boop stemless wine glass. So, without hesitation, I'd like to introduce to you a young lady that I think is amazing. She's got amazing talent, and I love the way that she actually brings out the laughter in any situation. So I would like to present to you Miss Leah McBride. Oh. That's funny. All righty.
Hello, how's everyone doing this afternoon? First of all, without any further ado, I want to thank Krista for having me. I've done other events for her, and she's a blessing. We're both survivors, and so this is really near and dear to my heart. And is it Deborah? What is your last name? Hunter. Okay, I was right. Deborah Hunter and your quartet. You all are bad. You took me down memory lane. I was sitting back here singing songs that meant something, you know, and just your voice is amazing. And your band is amazing. And I saw the gentleman that was playing the saxophone, and I remember, honey, I was in the 5th grade. I'll never forget. And I told my daddy, I said, Daddy, I'm going to be in the band. I'm going to be a musician. So, you know, when you have a grandiose way of thinking of yourself, you're going to go get one of the biggest instruments in the room. So I got the saxophone, the big saxophone. Well, back then, you know, they didn't really have a lot of bus routes for schools. So I didn't realize I had to carry that saxophone. Y'all should have seen me. I mean, it was the big saxophone. I got the saxophone in my book bag, and I'm just crying on the way to school like, my dad didn't know he could have gave me a ride before he went to work. They go to rehearsal. So I got to say, salute to you playing that saxophone, because I gave it up after 3 weeks. My dad was making me carry that saxophone to and from school. These kids are grateful to have buses that actually pick them up, some on the corner of their streets. So it is a blessing and an honor to be here. I have been doing stand-up for 7 going on 8 years. I was voted class clown in school, and the teachers would kick me out of class for telling jokes. So I would only go to the office and make the principal and the staff in the office laugh, and they would just say, because I was a straight-A student, so they would just say, Nick, you just go back to class and just be quiet. Like, you know, because we can't do anything to you. You're an outstanding student. Everyone loves you, but you don't want to be quiet. And then I realized that not being quiet not only has helped me minister to people, but it's helped me make people laugh. Like, I know that the theme was the Betty Boop thing, right? But the way my weight gain is set up right now, I don't got to come up in here. You know, it's some of these women that wear them little dresses and they stomachs out here and they be looking like they 9 months pregnant, but you don't want to ask, like, are you expecting? And they really aren't pregnant. And, you know, I couldn't find my Spanx. I was going to wear black, but honey, I couldn't find the Spanx. I just moved not too long ago. So I said, I'm going to put on something that's comfortable, something that's warm with my earth tones, you know. I have to do things to complement my complexion. But I also want to say, by the grace of God, I'm here on June 10th. My tire blew out on 75 South, going 75 miles an hour, and I had a car accident totaled my car kept crashing onto the on the the ramps, and it was a blessing that that's where I happened to be, because a few feet further was that grass, and if my car had gone across that grass, I probably wouldn't be here standing in front of the microphone. But there's even comedy in situation like that. Now, mind you, all the airbags came down. Okay, I don't know who really invented and thought about the airbags. They should have made them a little bit user-friendly, because the airbags messed me up more than the car accident did. And then when the police came, and the tow truck guy came, and he jumped out the car, he looked like he had just finished shooting up heroin, smoking crack, and meth. And the police was like, "You want us to call an ambulance?" I said, "Nope, I'm riding with Billy, wherever he taking my car to. And once we get to the body shop, then I'll go to the hospital." And he looked kind of like, "Dang, I want just to have a car to myself." I had a laptop and a tablet and everything in that car. Now, I know I should have been thinking about my health, but I also was thinking about those deductibles I would have had to pay Verizon to get that tablet back. So here I am going, hurt, beat up from a car accident. I got burns from the airbag, and I'm like, "Let's go, Billy." Because I don't know but you high right now. You ain't about to take my car by yourself. So we, got over there, and I got to the hospital. We get in the hospital, and, the lady came and was like, when they said, "Well, oh my God, you're so beat up," and, my friends brought me, and the first thing they said was, "We're going to start you on some pain medication." I said, "Exactly what kind of pain medication?" She said, "Morphine." I said, "See, that's why you don't read people's charts. I'm allergic to morphine. Y'all would have had me in here itching and scratching, looking like I was really on something. You know what I mean? I don't want to get hooked on all them drugs." And they sent me to the pain clinic, right? And it's different from Georgia. The pain clinic's up here with the heroin epidemic. If you get in there, that means something's really wrong with you. But I noticed how the people in the pain clinic, they would come in there limping with their braces and their canes and go see the doctor. As soon as they was coming out to go to their cars, they'd be walking to the car. They healed the prescription healed them. I said, "I don't want to be out. The good pain pill things, I just want to be addicted to God and swimming at the Y." Shout out to the senior citizens group at the Y that I swim with. They call Silver Sneaker Swimming, and we be getting it in. Hey, it ain't nothing like hanging with some golden girls in the pool. But see, then you don't feel so bad about that cellulite stuff, because when you see Miss Hildegard over there, 70, and she got varicose veins and stuff, you'll feel real sexy in your swimming suit with them couple extra pounds. I'll be in that pool doing my water aerobics with them senior citizens. So, shout out to the senior citizens at the Y. And I also want to say, on a brighter note, there's a few people here that have seen me perform before, and you know how when something happens with Beyonce, it's like breaking news, and they got it all over the place, and we don't have a stage here, so I'm gonna have to do this because I'm one of those comedians. I'm an act-out comedian. I act out a lot of my jokes, but I'm limited. I have limited space here, and if I get on the floor, you won't be able to see me. So I'm going to do my drunken love joke standing up. And I think it'll be just as effective. Hold on one moment, because I'm going to change in the character. I've been drinking. Why in the world did I name that girl Blue Ivy? That's two colors. That's blue and green. It was Jay-Z and the Illuminati. Nah. I named my child a primary and secondary color. Drug and love. Sometimes I'm light, sometimes I'm white. It all depends on how those cameras and those flashes hitting me. Flashing lights. I'm feeling very European right now. I got this blonde weave in me and I'm feeling me right now. Drunk in love. Thank you. I can't do the rest. She loved that joke, and I did that joke. And There was another joke I did. Well, I didn't do it when she was there because that was one of the most bootleg comedy shows of all time. And I hope we can just get some good comedy in Cincinnati other than the Funny Bone. You know what I mean? Yeah, we shouldn't have to drive our way out to Liberty Township to get a good show. And you shouldn't have to, pay a idle minimum. And they bring you chicken. They ain't even chicken wings. I think they come from pigeons. And they charge you like $9 like for 5 or 6 chicken wings. I think I'm going to work on that when I get my settlement from my car accident. Y'all wait on that. Because I got 2 degrees and no kids and I'm broke. And people say, well, you don't have any kids, you got 2 degrees. Yeah, well, see, it's this helper named Sally Mae. And she's very disrespectful. She calls you in the morning, and even though I made payment arrangements with the student loan people, they just won't leave me alone. And y'all know nowadays how the bill collectors have gotten smart, and they call from the same area code you live in. And when they call, so you don't know who it is, you picked up the phone, and they'll say, hey, is this? She said, that happened to me the other day. She was like, hey, Leah? I was like, hey, girl, how you doing? Who was this? She was like, this is Miss Brenda from Great Lakes Student Loans. How you doing today? I was like, Miss Brenda, I told you, I gave y'all a note from my doctor. I'm disabled from my car accident. I don't have any money to give you all. That lady said, aren't you a comedian? I fell out the bed. I rolled out the bed. I fell on the floor. I tried to grab the remote because, if you lay on the remote too long, you got to reprogram the channels and stuff. So the remote was important at the time. So I had to get up off the remote and I grabbed my cell phone. I said, man, what do you mean a comedian? I'm not a comedian. She said, is comedian Leah McBride you? I'm looking on Facebook here. Oh my, it seems as if you have about 4 pages. Do you have a show coming up this Saturday? I said, my God. But me, being, quick on my feet, the way I am, I said, well, ma'am, if you had to look at it closely, every comedy show that I do, the people have to sign the paper because my psychiatrist has me engaging in laughter therapy. And so that's actually medically been approved, and those are all donated shows. And if anybody here is from Great Lakes Student Loans or Sally Mae, this is a free show. I'm not being paid. Y'all leave me alone. All I wanted to do, I grew up in group homes and foster care, okay? I'm the only one in my family to have 2 degrees that I got with a 3.8 GPA. Let me throw that in there. Thank you. And I don't have any kids. Now, some people in my family would say, oh yeah, see, you think you better than everybody. I said, oh, because I didn't procreate out of marriage and bring kids into the world and then go downtown and have the government put me on the leash to help me take care of my kids, and then you get on Facebook and sell your food stamps that you supposed to use to feed your kids while they in there eating ramen noodles, but your hair and your nails is short, Shaquanda. I don't try to talk about nobody, I just keep it real. Now, the family that I come from, you will never see any of my family members at a show because they are probably somewhere getting high or too high to get here. Now, I call myself going to incorporate myself back into my biological family because I have a foster family and a biological family. So I said, okay, I'm going to go over there for, what's this last holiday that passed? Was it the 4th of July? Yeah, so I said, I'm going to go to the cookout. But see, I'm smart enough to know, and everybody keep talking about Gucci and Chanel. This is a Dooney and Burke. I'm bringing back a classic. And it's red on the inside, so it's real. It didn't come from the flea market. But a lot of these young girls don't know about that Dooney and Burke, do they? That's a classic. But so I'm sitting at the table and I was eating like this. Could you pass me the greens? Could you pass me the macaroni and cheese? Oh, Uncle Junebug, could you give me the salt and pepper over there? So finally, one of my aunts got up and she said, look, Leah, we all know you got a Dooney and Burke purse. Ain't nobody trying to steal your purse. Ain't nobody trying to steal your money. I said, first of all, you couldn't steal my money because it's in my bra. Ain't nobody trying to steal your purse. I said, and if you think my pain medicine is in here, it's not. She said, well, why is it that you keep carrying your purse around? I said, because I saw some little glass figurines and some chore in the bathroom. Don't know who it belongs to. I won't say any names. But some of y'all in here is still getting high. And I'm not paying for nobody's addiction today. And I cannot afford to lose even a quarter out of my purse. And I'll never forget it. 30 minutes before that, $5 came up missing. I put $5 on the table to get one of the nieces and nephews. And I said, who took my $5? And my uncle couldn't even control himself. He was like, you know where that $5 that was wrapped up in that aluminum foil, that belly paper towel up under that cup? Anybody seen your money? I said, Uncle John, well, that's exactly where it was. I didn't even say nothing to nobody about the $5. So when I go around my family, if you got a family, you ain't got to eat with them like this, thank the Lord, you know? Because you can't leave your purse around my family. But as far as the car accident, when I had my car accident, you know, and I know it was on the highway, and I'm not going to lie, but, you know, people just whiz about, you know, they slow down and stop and look and keep going, and these young black guys, they slowed down and was like, hey, you better get back in your car, put your seatbelt on, and act like you hurt. I was like, I am hurt. You see all these airbags? Y'all make me sick. White folks drove by. They said, oh my God, did you just have an accident? They pulled over. Bob, you go on one side, Susan, you get on the other. They grabbed my cell phone. She said, what's the code to your cell phone, honey? I'm going to call somebody in your family and get them here. She grabbed my cell phone. By the time they had finished all of that, the paramedics had pulled up. The police pulled up. The fire department pulled up. And I think America's Got Talent van pulled up too. I said, thank God for Bob and Miss Susan. So, you know, and I'm black, white, Dominican. So, you know, a lot of us don't hear about this, you know, race stuff, you know. You know, yeah, and that's why I'm crazy. I realized it because someone in here remembered me and was like, oh, I remember you. You used to go off on people on Facebook. And I will admit, that was me. And if any of y'all was on my page, y'all know about 3 years ago, I was extra crispy, tasty, spicy crazy. But it wasn't my fault. It was a Depo-Provera birth control shot fault. Once I did research and found out that it made you crazy, made your hair go thin, made you gain weight, can you imagine going to get a shot and it's just put 20 pounds on you? I think it's not fair. I should be able to have sat down and ate that 20 pounds and earned it. Not just go to the doctor, boom, I got 20 pounds shot up in. You know, but I don't take that, you know, that shot anymore because I had to go and get my plumbing removed, if you know what I mean. Matter of fact, somebody, can you hand me a napkin? Is that a napkin right there? See, I didn't think, you know, I would make fun of my mom and my aunts and them when they had hot flashes. See? Until it happened to me. I'll never forget. It was a crisp winter morning. I was sitting on my climate, drinking my hot chocolate, watching Joel Osteen. Sometimes I'm amazed at how his hair never moves during the Sundays. But that's not important. I'm sitting in this chair, looking out at the snow, and the little bunnies and birds frolicking through the snow, and all of a sudden, a volcano hit. And it started in my stomach, and it kept rising, and it kept rising. And there was nothing I could do about it. And I tried ice water, and it didn't help. I even tried to put myself in the freezer, and that didn't help. And I just laid on the floor, and I said, Lord, what did I do this time? And after that hot flash left, I think I promised God 3 things. Why? You know how, like, you would promise God something when you're going through something physically? And I was like, Lord, I promise I won't do this, that, and the other. If you could just get me through this, Father, just get me through. And when I got up off the floor, I had to call I called one of my best friends. She's a nurse, and I told her what happened. She started laughing. She said, girl, you having a hot flash. She said, you forgot you had a partial hysterectomy. I said, yeah, but they left the left ovary. She said, well, you shouldn't be having a hot flash. I said, well, this ovary must be just for decoration. They probably should have just took that one too. This ain't right. I'm 40 years old and I'm having hot flashes. So then in Walmart, y'all, this is embarrassing. You know my hair is actually really long, but I wanted my hair to be short, so I got one of them short wigs, and I looked real cute, I'm not gonna lie. And I was in Walmart shopping, I was at the cash out, little checkout line. Here comes one of them disrespectful hot flashes. And first, I grabbed a People magazine, I started fanning with it. She said, ma'am, if you keep bending that up, you're going to pay for it. I said, sweetheart, I don't care about paying for no People magazine. And then it got more disrespectful, so I took my wig off and put on the conveyor belt. And the wig was going down the conveyor belt. And everybody fell out laughing. The cashier fell out and slid down. She couldn't even ring nobody up. And then y'all know the coolers at Walmart right by the checkout. I opened up the cooler and opened up a bottle of Aquafina, put it on the back of my head like I was about to go fight Mayweather or somebody. And I'm just sitting there, I just tell people, go around. I'm not trying to get my life together, Father God, please help me get my life together. Then about 10 minutes later, nobody had moved. They were standing there being entertained by me. That girl was like, she was like, oh my goodness, I was going to call my work today. I'm so glad I came in. I'm so glad I came to work today. I ain't never, oh my God, ever seen nobody in my life say they wig off and put it on the conveyor belt. She got me wig on. What's up with all these young folks talking like that? Does that make your enunciation better? Oh my goodness. And I realized I was getting old when they gave me that back brace. And I tried to, be vain today. I said, I'm going to go there. I'm going to sit in them chairs. I know they probably going to, be kind of the chairs you sit in without the cushion on like at church. But that's okay. I'm going to sweat it out. I ain't going to wear that back brace. And I sat down in that chair. And about 45 minutes later, my body said, Leah, you will be 44 on October the 18th. You might want to start not worrying about what you look like and worrying about what you feel like. So when I leave from here, matter of fact, I think the back brace is in the car. So after I finish performing, I'm going to put my back brace on. And the difference, it don't matter now, because I stood up here and I entertained everybody. And I wanted to get back to the joke that I say, looking at my time. Oh, okay, about time we get off. I told you my time was going to roll. You said, y'all want to hear a few more jokes? Yeah. Am I doing okay? Yeah. Do the people want the jokes? Yeah. All right, the people got the joke. So, I decided, I'll try to date, men in my age bracket because these young men, first of all, they want to call you mom. And I don't have any kids. Stop calling me mom. Or they say, they call you a cougar. No, that's not my pedigree. Please stop calling me a wildcat that roams through the jungle. I'm not a cougar. I'm not about to call myself a cougar. And, and the way they dress now. Can we have a moment of silence for belts? We have a moment of silence for there was a time we didn't see people's underwear. Most importantly, can we have a moment of silence for young ladies that refer to themselves as B's and W's and don't even get offended? You can't even cuss a girl out nowadays. You be like, B, such. I call my own out there. You gotta come with something better. So once you be like, that's why your weave ain't real, it ain't Peruvian hair. That hair came from, the wig store. Then they want to fight because you're talking about their weave. Ain't their priorities messed up? And I be telling these girls, honey, you done spent $400 on a wig talking about that's Peruvian. I said, honey, that head came from Sugarfoot who broke his ankle at the Kentucky Derby and couldn't make it. You got Sugarfoot's head on your head that came from the Kentucky Derby talking about this Peruvian. Why that Peruvian on the map? It's not even on the United States of America map. That's why education, whoever, they better leave Sesame Street on television. That's all I gotta say. Sesame Street and the electric company, y'all remember? It helped me. And remember conjunction, junction, what's your function? He talks about prepositions and nouns and adjectives. These children can't even speak in complete sentences, so I know they can't write one. But nowadays, all we can do is just pray for our youth. And I am going to say this. If it offends somebody, oh well, that's part of being a comedian. But we have to stop yelling Black Lives Matter until we realize all lives matter, and especially these young black folks realize that Black Lives Matter. Because I'm seeing more young people killed by their own race than any other race. Now the police thing and everything, what certain incidences I won't speak on, but those were wrong. But what I'm seeing are youth have no disrespect for lives. They just take guns and wave them. Back where I was from, my daddy pushed you outside, you had to fight. And run from a fight if you want to. I never forget I ran from this big girl named Martise Weaver. I'll never forget as long as I live. I was going to Hoffman. I made it to Becker's, and I ran out of breath. And the mob came up behind me. And they said, you're going to have to fight, Martha. You're going to have to fight her. And you know how the girls used to windmill? Well, my daddy taught me how to box. So she like this, and I just was jabbing her. And I just kept, I was like, I can fight. Oh my gosh. I can fight. And had I known, and that's what everything else in life, whatever the big bully is in life, you got to beat that bully up and knock him down. Whatever it may be, that may be your stumbling block. Honey, once you beat the bully up, then you get your respect. And then you notice all the other kids leave you alone because you done beat up the bully in school. That was kind of a metaphor for those of you that were smart in this country. Appreciate that. Before I get out of here, I'm going to do my Rick James joke impersonation because I love it. And my other friends did too. You notice how I changed my voice up so much? And when I was down south, when I would call places, you know, I sound like this, had a boss here, then his name was Tom, and this is the way he talked. And he'd say, Leah, need you to get some of these reports out, end up. That was his favorite phrase, end up, don't need you to fax those off. I was working for a retired U.S. Marshal, my degrees in criminal justice. So, shout out to Tom and them though, because they was paying me under the table. I can say that because I'm back in Ohio. Shout out to Tom and them boys, because they, yeah, honey, ain't nothing like having a job, then going to another job, get paid under the table, and then do comedy. And then how you still end up broke though? Oh, it's because you don't have any kids and the government take all your taxes out on your check so Shaquanda can go to the nail salon and the hair salon and sell her food stamps on Facebook. Okay, I'm done getting off of that. But y'all remember, see, y'all with me. That's why I like performing in front of the older crowd. Because the young girls be like, I just stole some of myself today. That wasn't even funny at all. I'm here though at the bar. I had stole myself. I wouldn't be here. You probably shouldn't, Keisha. I remember Rick James. R.I.P. to Rick James. But I never forget. I was at this comedy show, and this comic got on stage, and he was talking about Rick James. But he was talking about, you know, in a bad grade rate. And you know, when artists like Prince, you know, when you lose people like Prince and Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson, you know, to prescription pain medicine, that does something to me as an artist. Like when Prince died, I called off work for a week. I told him I had a death in the family. But when I went back to work, they was like, so did you go to Cincinnati to the funeral? I said, no, I wasn't here in Georgia the whole time. They said, well, who died? I said, Prince. I've been watching Purple Rain under the cherry moon all week. Leave me alone. I'm getting so done right now. I'm thinking about Prince. Sorry. But remember when Ray James, he was so smooth, and even though he got high, his voice still worked. And I remember that time this guy was singing to me, who was doing karaoke, and he just came up to me. You better be part of my joke, ma'am. You want me to do it? Okay. He was like, I love you, and I bet you didn't know that, girl. You didn't know that I need you right now, baby, right now, baby. And I bet you didn't know that, Ebony, I love you. Woo, thank you. Hey y'all, that's my time. Oh my God, I'm like so sweating up here, you know, and I've perspired, but I hope I entertained you all. I do everything, birthday parties. People actually even hire me to do, you know, when they have the eating things after the funeral. What are those called? The after parties. They even have me doing those. I think it's a blessing when you can make someone laugh at, you know, at the end of it, you know. But I do it all. Comedian Leah McBride, and you'll see me on Facebook. And actually, I got to go out of town tomorrow. So I'm all around, and I just want to thank God for allowing me to be a part of something so special. Thank you all for your love and your laughter. God bless you. God loves you, and so do I. Enjoy your day.
You backed up as I was stuffing quiche in my mouth. Thank you.